Yeah, but these guys, they're doing a great job at it. JayGrunt and 13, definitely amazing players in their own right, online or off, getting out that Marth and that Greninja. Let's go. Losers finals.
Yeah, losers finals game 1, of course, because this is finals. That means we are going to be completely best of 5 from here on out. Right now, I feel like both of them are kind of scrapping, constantly exchanging stage. They're just getting like a good feel of how one another is playing neutral. Yeah, nobody has like... what was that?
Yeah, no,
is it like a drag down back here? They've been playing neutral for the past 40 seconds and just whipping at each other's faces, with JayGrunt finally getting a little something started with those up air links, and such an early kill!
A little?
My goodness.
That's a big... That's a dead. And right there, just those up airs chaining together. You know, Greninja's up air, so good. It has so many uses, and one of them is killing people. It does that. Up air kills people, and that's what JayGrunt did with it.
Juggling, drag downs, calling out air dodges. I mean, that's definitely one of his most potent moves in his kit. Right now, 13 has Greninja just where he wants him, but he has to respect Greninja landing with Nair on his shield. Such a safe move. Setting up the jab block there into the down tilt, tries to extend a little bit further with the Nair, but does not have enough advantage.
For sure, and just like you said, they were kind of like whiffing at each other a lot at the beginning, like almost like comically, but now they're just like landing everything. Like we're seeing a lot from JayGrunt, kind of getting all over 13. I feel like 13 is one of those players that, like I said before, he's got good spatial awareness, but when you break into his zone with a fast character like Greninja, could take some adjusting to. So I feel like this first game might be a little tougher for 13, but at the same time, you know, he's got to get used to Greninja being in that space.
Yeah, I'm loving the way that he's been adjusting, especially against Zach numbers. He definitely seems to be a player that much favors like the long sets, and just like having the time to be able to properly adapt to his opponent. He's holding center stage pretty strongly. I think he's trying to go for a call out on a jump in from JayGrunt. The back air, oh, the forward, goodness, is not going to be able to take it quite yet.
Yeah, for sure. You know, 13, like in all the sets he's shown, he's a player that doesn't give up. He never stops. And I think that's an amazing trait to have as a player. No matter how far down you are, you can still bring it back. Seems like 13, you know, maybe that's what he's doing right now. 130%, but Marth with Rage, you know, we haven't really seen it just yet, but, you know, a crazy tipper could get the stock early.
Yeah. Oh, but just going to be a little bit too low. Yeah, he out-dodged a little bit late. He sunk in a little bit too low. I like how 13 is treating his later percents where he's sitting mostly in shield. Because, like, honestly, Greninja doesn't have the best tools to sort of, like, I don't know, he doesn't get really anything off of grabs. He sort of lets Greninja hit his shield a couple of times, and then he tries to reset neutral.
Yeah, there's, like, a couple mix-ups and a couple good, like, positions you could put people in, but nothing, like, that concrete. Nonetheless, though, these two are still going at it. It feels like the flow of the game has been, like, pretty consistently in JayGrunt's favor after that stock, but tipper Nair, almost gonna kill. Okay, good recovery by JayGrunt,
wow.
though.
That side B could have almost actually sent 13 the opposite way, because I believe he was just so close to crossing JayGrunt up. Good early up B, making sure he's not going to get hit by any windbox. But wow, JayGrunt was on top of 13 this game. He just laid on the damage. He, you know, he just kept on pressuring. Wow.
Yeah, he was all over him, like, totally. Like, I feel like the strongest games we've seen from JayGrunt, even against, like, Riley, are ones where, like, he just never stops moving. Like, even Venia, like, as a player, like, if you watch him play, like, he's so fast, like, he doesn't actually shield that much. Like, he's always moving, so it's kind of like the mentality of, like, I don't need a shield because I'm going to run into you, and then I'm going to run away, and then I'm going to come back, you know? Just always moving around. It seems like JayGrunt kind of using that same philosophy. Always on the move. Don't necessarily need that shield. We just need to bait out the options.
Going into game 2, honestly, I feel like the entire first stock was spaghetti. I feel like 13, he really likes to take the lead very early on, and play from there. This time he was so confident that JayGrunt was gonna dash back that he went right into the full pivot cancel F tilt. Brilliant stuff. Look at this. Already 55% and controlling the stage. Brilliant.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think 13's the kind of player that after a game or two, he just adjusts and does a bit better. I feel like as a player, he's he's good at controlling space. So when he understands how his opponent like comes into his space, that's when he truly excels. So I'm sure this game he's going to be looking quite a bit cleaner. Also, the stage pick, very different. I feel like last time we saw the battlefield pick, you know, having those platforms, but going for the FD this time. He doesn't really want, you know, anything getting in the way.
Yeah, this is looking really, really good for JayGrunt. That down smash especially, such great option coverage, catching cross-ups and air dodges and everything in between. Right now, 13 a little bit too hasty. Yeah, he was a little bit too early, excuse me, with his nail initiation. And as a result, he traded with Greninja's nail, and Greninja's able to find the up smash. And just like that, he dropped his lead. He needs to find a way to get this edge guard right now.
That was really good. That was like a little, like, I kind of like to call them like reaction reads, where like you're kind of baiting out the option, you're kind of waiting for it, but you're not quite committed just yet. But then JayGrunt, right at the right moment, used that up smash, got that stock, really good stuff. Got a little bit of rage, but 13 inching his way back. I mean, 2%'s nothing. So if he can get the stock quick, that's really what's going to matter here.
Definitely, but every single percent for JayGrunt at this point is going to be considered extra credit. 13, look at that. Every single time that JayGrunt seems to be jumping in, he is ready with a parry. This happened time and time again. But now, JayGrunt still can't get a string off.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my god. And that's the stuff I'm talking about with 13. Like, these Marth players, like, it's not that often you can see, like, really strong Marths, but, like, they're just so good at, like, knowing when to use certain tipper moves. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, I can never space a move like that. Like, I play Cloud. You think I know how to space things? Like, I can't do that. That's crazy to me.
Yep. He's just playing this really, really well right now. He's just holding the stage so patiently, waiting for 13 just to press a button. He still has a jump. So smart and always ready to save that. I feel like 13 does an excellent job of you know, just holding onto it.
Yeah, talking about spacing, we were seeing JayGrunt do like a couple of safe taps to 13 shield with the down tilt there. But, you know, he spaced it well enough so that he didn't even get hit back for it. And it seems like JayGrunt, you know, kind of sticking to the same, you know, kind of the same mentality of the last game, kind of getting all over 13. I think 13's doing a better job kind of figuring out what he wants to do with the space around him, though. So, still curious to see how this game will play out. But JayGrunt in the lead. Yeah, exactly,
he's
right?
slowing down the pace. He's playing this really, really patiently. Look at that. Look how much patience he had. He sat in shield. He wasn't afraid sitting in shield. He understood that JayGrunt couldn't do anything possibly to kill him while he was sitting there, so he just waited for him to push in a little bit too far. But at 130%, definitely have to be looking out for those forwarders. Good stock from JayGrunt.
Yeah, it feels like Greninja is such a fast character, and he falls so fast that sometimes it's kind of hard to keep track of when he's using which kill option, because he's got the down tilt, he's got the forward air, he's got a lot of things that can just sort of kill you suddenly. But at the same time, you know, if you have that sword, you got to make sure that you're playing more carefully, you know, just kind of backing off when you're at those percents. And it seems like JayGrunt really taking advantage, you know, getting right into 13 space.
I love the way that JayGrunt has started to mix up his up air strings. He's become really wary of the fact that 13 has tried to mash forward air out of almost every single one of the full finisher hits. And he started to give him a little bit more space just to make sure he's not taking on that extra bit of damage. But JayGrunt, this is his stock to take right now, and he is gonna take it with the win box on the Hydro Pump. Mamma mia.
Yeah, JayGrunt's been pretty on point with those Hydro Pumps. I think that's like his second or third one. I think second. He got one on Riley. At least second that I saw. He got one on Riley that really mattered. And then that one was a pretty big deal too, putting him up 2-0. And, you know, it feels like 13, it feels like he's playing it better. You know, like, it feels like he's doing better with the space he's given. But at the same time, when JayGrunt's playing so aggressive, it's kind of hard to always come up with, like, a definitive, like, option or answer. Sometimes, you know, like you said, he was slowing it down. You know, sometimes that's really helpful, but at the same time, just getting into someone's space like that, kind of hard for Marth to deal with sometimes, other than that up the out of shield.
Yeah. Honestly, 13, he's slowed the pace down at the end towards, like, for all the times that he's avoided Greninja off stage, it does make sense that eventually he's going to die to at least one. You can't, that's the nature of a disadvantage. It is a coin flip that's not in your favor. If you get back onto stage, great, you get back onto stage, but it's either you're getting back on to try again or you die, right? And eventually you will mess up. It's just inevitable.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely seems that way. I do like the stage pick here, though. You know, he played really, really well last game on this stage. Despite the characters on the screen, you know, I just think he does good on this stage, so I think this is a good pick. 2-0 in JayGrunt's favor, but, I mean, we've seen 13 do some pretty crazy stuff tonight, so I wouldn't write him off yet. This is still very, very doable.
I'd argue this is an excellent stage for Marth. The way that he's able to cover his head with F-tilt and get the sweet spot on the platforms, and it just becomes so difficult for anybody to just effectively jump in on him. And you just see this, JayGrunt can't initiate when he's under those platforms. Look at him, he's just sitting so patiently.
Yeah, for sure. You know, sometimes that's what it's about, you know, playing the patient game, having a little bit of protection from the platform there. But 13, nonetheless, you know, kind of doing what he did originally in that game with Zach, just using the platforms, you know, to his own advantage. Seems like Marth does a really good job at that, and, you know, 13, he's used to it.
JayGrunt unfortunately missing his second up air, but continuing these juggles by alternating with the up tilts. Gonna get one more, not enough quite yet. Battlefield having an extraordinarily high ceiling. 13 also nowhere near that percent as well. 13 going off stage, giving up stage. Now he has to get back against Greninja. I dare say that was a bit of an overcommitment on his part.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, just going for those up airs, it did give him a little bit more percent, but the way 13's playing right now, you know, got a lot of percent on the board. At the same time, though, I feel like we could see a down tilt to up smash, something like that. You know, Greninja, he does have a lot of kill power. He's very fast, but he's very dangerous.
Oh goodness, just barely whiffing that water shuriken there, and not able to connect his win box either. Marth, once again, it's a character when he kills, he kills. When he can't kill, and Greninja's living at 162%. Yeah, not gonna be dying anytime soon unless 13 just isn't able to clutch out a properly spaced sweet spot.
Yeah, this is the rough part of it, you know? Just not being able to find those kills consistently. It feels like if Marth can get the tipper, that's really what matters in getting that kill. But sometimes, you know, if he can't find it, it's just really tough to find that stock.
That F-tilt. Wow, that was nuts. It just clanked with the back returning hit of Marth's up tilt, and finally the up B is going to be able to take it, but 13 sitting at such a perilously high percentage, 146, down tilt into forward, they're absolutely going to take it, and now it's completely even, despite that lead 13 once held.
Yeah, for sure. Like, the way 13 was playing neutral there was better than the last couple games. Like, he was just doing really, really well. But just the ability to find that kill, that was the difference. And now it's why JayGrunt is, you know, a little bit ahead. Just being able to find that kill just a little bit easier. Kind of curious to see how 13 will approach the next couple stocks. Here, you know, down 2-0. Still playing really solid, but he's got to find those stocks.
He's getting hit, 13 is getting hit with so many of, like, these grounded approaches from Greninja, getting hit with so many setups, into, like, the up airs and the back airs. He needs to definitely hit the space in front of him a little bit more carefully, because otherwise he's just gonna keep on eating this damage.
Yeah, no, big time. And just like we saw before, you know, this isn't even a case of, you know, just them both being even and the Greninja being more likely to find a kill. This is just JayGrunt, you know, going back to his really aggressive self, you know, weaving in and out. We ain't shielding, we're just going in, we're going out, we're baiting out the options. And just like that, 13 on his tournament stock, 91%, you know, this is going to be kind of tough.
Right now, you just see 13, he's starting to once again slow it down ever so slightly. He's not pushing up into the ledge as far as he can be. He's waiting for JayGrunt to overextend, but you see the tempo change from JayGrunt as well. He is throwing out a whole bunch of shurikens, not playing nearly as aggressively until it is his advantage state.
Yeah, for sure. Just kind of inching in a little bit here. A lot of these small hits, trying to secure that stock. Rage on deck 2. Want to know, Greninja can be kind of problematic with Rage. I could see that up smash killing super early.
Yeah, that move is nuts, but you also have to consider the battlefield, super high ceiling, definitely not something that 13 has to look out for quite yet. Wow, he needs a stock, he needs an up B, he needs an F tilt, he needs an up tilt, he needs something.
Something to just get the ball rolling a little bit here. Tipper forward tilt might be the key there. Oh, okay, alright, okay, he covered it. Not a stock though.
He covered it, yeah, but finally the F-tilt is going to take it. He is still within the realm of possibility. Again, when Marth puts on damage, he puts on damage. Once he gets the ball going, you know, it's rolling down a really, really steep hill. So it's just up to him to get that first initial shove.
Yeah, no, definitely. And we're kind of seeing this play from 13. It feels like he's kind of good at, like, getting these combos through the platforms. We see it again, down airing through the platform, getting all this percent. This could be what 13 needs. You know, just getting this last stock here, inching out this game, could really be a big deal for him. Oh, no. He's
but
dead.
Once again, the up B win box. You know, I feel like if 13 even tried to drift to the right a little bit, he might have had a chance to live that. But yeah, what a confident 3-0 from JayGrunt.
It's, like, hard to tell, you know, like, with the way that move works, because sometimes even if you get by like get hit by like a very small margin of it, like it sends you flying, like super flying. Like it's kind of weird, like in the way it. I don't want to say it's inconsistent. There's probably something I don't understand about it visually because I'm not like a Greninja expert, but there's definitely points where like a small bit of it hits you and you're just like you're all the way over there. Like, and it seems like that was kind of that case. But 13 coming in at third place. I loved his Marth. I would love to see it again. Super clean movement, amazing player.